My biggest strength in the kitchen is I can be a multitasker, as well as I'm pretty good at leading people in our groups. I'm also very well at meeting deadlines at like the end of the night or any projects in the work area. I love decorating cakes. That's probably the whole reason why I came here, is I like the creativity and just icing a cake. I love it. My ideal work environment would be working with people with the same passion as I do, in a fun, relaxed atmosphere, but somewhere that's very busy with a lot of customer interaction. I'm pretty good at dividing jobs. Instead of every person working on one thing, dividing it up and saying, you do this, you do that, and then let's make sure we meet the deadline. So I'm pretty good at kind of telling people what to do, but in a nice manner. Probably the biggest success would be graduating here in about 4 weeks, or I got promoted to head baker at the job that I'm at now, so that was a pretty big success, I suppose. So at the bakery that I work at, I got promoted to head baker. When I first started, I was at the very bottom, and then I've kind of just worked myself up. Now I do scheduling, I do invoices, I do the purchase orders, then I also make all the batters and like the bagels for the week ahead, or stuff like that. Before, I was just kind of told what to do and would set up bagels, and that was about it. The whole reason why I even came here is because I wanted to be able to be good at cake decorating. So the Art Institute has given me an opportunity to learn how to do that. So it's given me an opportunity to move forward in my career and given me the knowledge to be able to do that. So it's influenced me to become what I've wanted to the past couple of years. Probably in high school, like my sophomore year, we had like college visits, and somebody came, and I'm not even sure what college it was because it was so long ago, but they came and they made some food item. It was like these little cookie things, and I was so impressed with them. Like they were like doing this, and it was just like their job. They were like getting paid for it, and I was like, I was baking probably since like beginning of middle school, so I was like, this is me. So I took a bunch of cooking classes in high school and got my associates in culinary, and then I came here. So I've always loved food. So basically from scratch, we just make a chocolate cake, and then from there I made a buttercream, and I'm just decorating in like a basket weave and putting some roses on it. So to get the buttercream at a right consistency, if you've never made buttercream before, it's very easy. It seems like the recipe, but if you don't do it right, it will be a flop, and you've got all this product wasted. So, and then trying to make roses out of something that's made of butter, it's not exactly the easiest thing. So it's just kind of like you learn the hand movement, you learn how to make the rose, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight. There's a lot of creativity involved and your own ideas, because somebody could be like, okay, I need to decorate a cake. It's your job to come up with the idea of how am I going to decorate this? How am I going to put the icing on? How am I going to write their name? And it's all very creative, because there's no cake that's going to look exactly the same every time. So it's your job to be able to not only make it different, but make it look good too. So yeah, it's definitely an art. I mean, it's all your ideas. I mean, yeah, you have a recipe for buttercream and you have a recipe for a cake, but you don't have a recipe of the idea of what the person's looking for when they pick up that cake. Basically, mise en place, which is just gathering all your ingredients before you start your stuff. So it takes the icing with the buttercream icing, which is like sugar, butter, water, and then just kind of mix it. And you'll the mixer, and then also like the chocolate cake too. I can't draw to save my life, and I can't sing, and I can't act, but I can make a cake and I can ice it to people's expectations, to my expectations. This art is it leaves a lot of open things for you to do. So I'm not sure why this art for me, because none of the other arts are for me, and I'm pretty creative, and I'm decent at what I do. So I love this art. This art's for me. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I would love to be able to make this a lifestyle, something that I do every day for the next, 40 years, or until, my arm falls off. And if I can get paid for it and then be creative and artsy as well, then that's perfect. That would be the perfect situation. That would be why I even came here. That would be good. That would be great. So I would rather love my job and not make that much money than make a bunch of money and hate what I'm doing. Because, I mean, really, most culinary or pastry people know, especially when you first start, you're not going to be making a bunch of money. And it's really hard hours and long hours, and you have customers down your throat, and it's not always easy. But if you love what you're doing, then it'll all work out in the long run. So I'd rather love what I'm doing and not get paid that much than hate my job, absolute. And